see what I'm saying?
The school is saying we have discipline, we have rules, regulations, things that must be followed, and we don't allow certain haircuts. Wearing your hair in a certain way is not acceptable. It has been questioned in certain ways, but should that be a problem? If someone says, it's my religion, I am Rastafarian, and so I wear locks, should the school necessarily say, oh, just because it's your religion, we should accept it, it's your culture, we should accept it?
So part of it is, again, to a double standard. So, you know, the same people who went to this school and are taught to worship an imaginary white man, if that exact same imaginary white man came there and said, I want to go to school, would they ask this imaginary white man that they pray to every Sunday, you have to cut off this bushy hair that you have? You see what I'm saying? This is the double standard, because it's one thing where it comes to the white people who we pray to, but a different thing. And matter of fact, even when I was in Nigeria, I'm walking down the street and children are saying, hey, Jesus, Jesus. And I try to deal with it as though it's not an insult, right? Because they don't know any better. But this is, again, the double standard. If the same white people who come there with the bushy hair, the same people who they pray to with their images of a Jesus or a Moses or whatever came to that school and said, I want an education, would they be turned away at the door? Or is it something that's just specific to black people, that we're not to have our hair the way that it's been as a sign of someone who has a connection to the Creator, as it's been for thousands and thousands and thousands of years? But the problem is those who run that school and those who have come through that school, they don't know any better. The things that I'm telling you right now, right, that all of it can be backed up with documented evidence, iconography, it's carved in stone, so forth and so on. The ones who produced those people, none of them knew that. So now how can those who come through that institution? So this comes also to my own point of view on it, because that institution, and this is an example of it, is a factory for miseducation. There's a book called Miseducation of the Negro, and in it, Nana Carter G. Woodson talks about those who are basically aggressively submissive to the point that they insist on going in the back door. And if there is no back door, they'll cut one out for their own special benefit because their miseducation makes it necessary. So these are the types of people who a place like that turns out. Now, so in my personal view, if I have children, it would be child abuse to send them to a place that's going to basically, you know, make their minds into what would amount to little more than mush, you know, at the end of the day. That's going to teach them to be anti-African. That's going to give them miseducation, diseducation, and anti-education.